a terrific article, as usual, by Kimberley Strassel in the Wall Street Journal. I need to read to you the Imperial Presidency. The Democrats charged George W. Bush with the Imperial Presidency, but it was in regard to one thing, foreign policy, where, in fact, every president is a sort of imperial majesty. But this is new, the Imperial Presidency in domestic matters. Now listen to her list. Mr. Obama proposes, Congress refuses, he does it anyway. For example, Congress refused to pass Mr. Obama's DREAM Act, which would provide a path to citizenship for some not here legally, so Mr. Obama passed it himself with an executive order that directs officers to no longer deport certain illegal immigrants. Mr. Obama disagrees with federal law, which criminalizes the use of medical marijuana. Congress has not repealed the law. No matter. The President instructs his Justice Department not to prosecute transgressors. The President disapproves of the Federal Defense of Marriage Act. Yet rather than get Congress to repeal it, he stops defending it in court. The President dislikes provisions of the federal No Child Left Behind Act, so he asked Congress for fixes. That failed, so now his Education Department issues waivers that are inconsistent, patently inconsistent with the statute. When Mr. Obama wants a new program and Congress won't give it to him, he creates it, regardless. Congress, including Democrats, wouldn't pass his cap-and-trade legislation. His Environmental Protection Agency is now instituting it via a broad reading of the Clean Air Act. Congress, again including members of his own party, wouldn't pass his card check legislation eliminating secret ballots in union elections. So the President stacked the National Labor Relations Board with appointees who pushed through a quickie election law to accomplish much the same. Congress wouldn't pass net neutrality Internet regulations. So Mr. Obama's Federal Communications Commission did it unilaterally. When the Senate refused to confirm Mr. Obama's new picks for the National Labor Relations Board, the President proclaimed the Senate to be in recess and appointed the members anyway. In June, he expanded the definition of executive privilege to deny House Republicans documents for the probe into the botched Fast and Furious drug war operation. This president's imperial pretensions extend into the brute force the executive branch has exercised over the private sector. The auto bailouts turned contract law on its head, as the White House subordinated bondholders' rights to those of the union allies. And it has been much the same in his dealings with the states. Don't like Arizona's plans to check immigration? Sue. Don't like state efforts to clean up their voter rolls? Invoke the Voting Rights Act. Don't like state authority over fracking? Elbow in with new and imagined federal authority via federal water or land laws. Her final sentence: Mr. Obama came to office promising to deliver a new kind of politics. He did. His own unilateral governance. And not a word from the New York to the LA Times to CBS, NBC, NPR, PBS.
That's how I roll.